Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 20th of February 2024. Now here's the interesting bit, guys. So far as the global cryptocurrency market is concerned, the price of Ethereum has actually pumped up and most of the cryptocurrencies has actually gone down. So it looks like there's a lot of interest growing towards Ethereum, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss when we look at the global cryptocurrency snapshot. And one key matrix, guys, regarding Ethereum is that of the total value locked. It has surpassed a new all-time high, at least for the last few years. Now, it's really important to note, guys, that the total value locked across DeFi protocols was at $242 billion. This is going back to January 2022. And the total value locked across DeFi protocols did actually fall down miserably, somewhere around the $30 to $40 billion range. But what we are seeing right now is that the total value locked has drastically been increasing, and that is only because of growing interest in Ethereum validators, isn't it? So we'll once again touch base on that news. Now in today's episode, guys, we have massive update regarding Security and Exchange Commission versus the Ripple's case, and there is a deadline which is set today, and Ripple has to go ahead and submit all necessary documentation. Now today's date, guys, is really critical because we will get some indication if Ripple is a security or not. So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. And to be honest, guys, the outcome of this news will have massive consequences on other tokens as well. So we definitely need to pay attention to what is going on regarding the US Security and Exchange Commission versus the Ripple's case. And guys, we also have some positive development, and that is to do with Trust Wallet. And looks like they're launching a new smart contract called the Swift, and they're doing that in partnership with Biconomy. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on what that news is all about. But unfortunately, guys, we have some negative news, and that is to do with the developers of Tornado Cash. Now, a few weeks ago, guys, I did talk about an update regarding Tornado Cash, and that was more about the community trying to raise funds to go ahead and help to fight against the lawsuit. And if I'm not mistaken, guys, roughly over $500,000 was actually collected using GoFund. But what has happened is that GoFund has decided to go ahead and stop their funding, and looks like the funds will not be used in order to go ahead and help developers. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. And guys, we also have some positive developments so far as Metaverse is concerned. Looks like they're having a permanent presence in Metaverse, and they're doing that in the Metaverse platform called as the Sandbox. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what that news is all about. And guys, like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, I'm going to be discussing two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, to be honest, I personally am not a fan of, and I really am not sure if blockchain technology is an ideal use case for that. But nonetheless, let me go ahead and share what the news is. The news essentially is that Clipit is launching the world's first eco-friendly blockchain-based paperless receipt app in the UAE. Now look, guys, if you want my honest opinion, ideally you don't need blockchain technology for such use cases. It would be better off to do it on a centralized software, or normal regular software working in Android would do the trick as well. And it's so critical to understand, guys, there are limitations of blockchain technology. So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. Now the second news, guys, has to do with artificial intelligence. And guys, if you've been following the Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast for roughly around a year ago, I'm getting quite a lot of news regarding artificial intelligence. And just last week, guys, I did release an episode which was entirely done by artificial intelligence, including my voice that was cloned by artificial intelligence. So please feel free to go and check it out. It was dedicated to Saudi Arabia, and it was called a Saudi Arabia AI Frontiers. But today's episode, guys, I'm going to be talking about a partnership, and the news essentially is that Uzbekistan is partnering with the United Arab Emirates Advanced Technology Research Council to accelerate Falcon AI adoption. So I'll definitely go and share more information regarding this news. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. So let's kick start with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as we kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and Metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee at 8 has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast.
And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers two hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now yesterday guys, the global cryptocurrency market was at $1.98 trillion. Unfortunately, since the last 24 hours, looks like the global cryptocurrency market has gone down, and as of today it is at $1.97 trillion. So almost $100 billion has gone off from the global cryptocurrency market, isn't it? And as I mentioned earlier guys, the price of Bitcoin has marginally gone down and the price of Ethereum has actually pumped up. And if you look at the global cryptocurrency market over the last 24 hours, it is actually down by 0.03%. And if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume in the last 24 hours, it is at $70.43 billion. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 6.91%. It just means one thing guys, that there is a lot of selling going on, isn't it? Now let's quickly run through the volume of DeFi guys, because the volume is ridiculously low at $6.78 billion, and DeFi is accounting for 9.62% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. But if you look at the total value log guys, it is definitely on an increase, and as of today it is at $76.18 billion. And truth be told guys, I wouldn't be surprised at the rate in which the total value locked is increasing in probably 2 to 3 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised in all honesty if it crosses the $100 billion mark, and that is only because of growing interest in people trying to become Ethereum validators, isn't it? And so far as total value locked is concerned, Lido is still dominating with $29.04 billion, and if you look at the decentralized to centralized exchange dominance guys, it is still low at 12.91%. Now it's really important to note guys, one of the weird metrics so far as the total value locked is concerned is that only the total value locked is increasing, rest all of the parameters are exactly the same, and this goes back to human greed, isn't it? People are under the anticipation of an Ethereum spot ETF approval, and because of that they want to just be part of the Ethereum ecosystem, I guess. Now let's quickly run through the 24-hour volume of decentralized exchanges. Uniswap's volume guys is $891.63 million, followed by PancakeSwap, and its volume is $467.35 million. Orca guys is at number 3rd, and its volume is $269.44 million. And at number 4th guys is Radium, and its volume is $179.64 million. And finally Thorchain, its volume is $123.31 million. Now let's quickly run through the volume of stable coins, and as of today guys, it is at $62.99 billion, and stable coins is accounting for 89.45% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now regarding stable coins guys, what I'd really recommend you to do is Charles Hoskinson, one of the co-founders of Ethereum and also the founder of Cardano, did actually put up a video on YouTube where he's really upset with what is going on so far stable coins is concerned, and he's precisely talking about Circle USDC. Now look guys, I 100% agree to it, because what he's actually stating is exactly the same thing that I've been saying since the past few years in my Crypto and Coffee 88 podcast. He's talking about centralization so far stablecoins is concerned, and now if you look at the market cap of all stablecoins, it accounts for only 10% of the entire market cap, but if you look at the volume, it usually accounts for 80 to 90%, and that, to be honest guys, defeats the whole purpose of using cryptocurrency, isn't it? And if you go back to the basics of why Bitcoin was created so that transactions take place between peer-to-peer. But look guys, I've always said this, when you talk about stable coins, the issuers of stable coins are just replacing the role of a bank. So I kind of agree to what Charles Hoskinson's intentions are, to be honest. Now let me just very quickly run through the volume of stable coins, because out of the $62.99 billion, Tether USDT is accounting for a staggering $50.92 billion. Circle USDC at $5.54 billion, and True USD, guys, this volume is $110 million. So it looks like, guys, a lot of stable coins has been utilized where people are going ahead and selling a lot of the tokens and cryptocurrencies and converting that into stable coins, isn't it? Now let me very quickly run through the volume of stable coins, guys, because the market cap of Bitcoin has marginally gone down, and as of today it is at $1.01 trillion. But if you look at the market cap of Ethereum, guys, it is actually marginally pumped up, and as of now it is at $351.34 billion. If you look at the 24-hour trading volume, the 24-hour trading volume yesterday, guys, of Ethereum was much higher than 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin, isn't it? But right now, guys, Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $15.8 billion, whereas Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $21.8 billion. And if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin, it is at 51.49%, whereas Ethereum's dominance is 17.90%. Now in today's episode, guys, let me run through a very basic and useful information regarding the market cap of top 5 cryptocurrency protocol. This includes Bitcoin as well, and as I just mentioned earlier, guys, the number one so far as market cap is concerned is Bitcoin, and its market cap is at a staggering $1.01 trillion. Ethereum, guys, as I mentioned just a few seconds ago, its market cap is $351.3 billion. Now the number third, guys, is Tether USDT, and its market cap is $97.67 billion. But look, guys, if you look at the transactions taking place in Tether USDT, it is definitely much higher than Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies combined, isn't it? Now this is something to definitely think about. The number 4, guys, so far as market cap is concerned, and this includes all the cryptocurrencies, is Binance BNB Chain, and its market cap is $52.60 billion, and Solana, guys, its market cap is $49.16 billion. Now, guys, before we look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, let me run through a protocol called Scotty, because I did hear a couple of influencers talk about this, and this was a few years ago. So let me go ahead and give out some very basic level information of this protocol. Now the ticker symbol, guys, is Scotty, that is C for Charlie, O for Orange, T for Tango, and I for India. And Scotty, guys, provides a comprehensive fintech platform. Leveraging blockchain technology, its primary goal is to streamline payment processes for businesses, governments, and developers. And by utilizing blockchain technology, Scotty ensures transparency, security, and efficiency in financial transactions. And they also have something called as Scotty Pay. And Scotty Pay, guys, serves as a cornerstone application within the Scotty ecosystem. It facilitates various types of payments, including traditional methods like credit cards, as well as digital currencies such as cryptocurrencies and stable coins. And this versatility allows users to transact in the preferred cryptocurrency seamlessly. And they also have something called as white label payment networks. And Scotty, guys, offers this payment network, enabling users and merchants to conduct transactions globally. This network operates independently of traditional financial institutions, providing greater flexibility and accessibility in payment processing. And, guys, one notable feature of Scotty is its ability to create stable coins. And stablecoins, as we know, are cryptocurrencies designed to make a stable value, isn't it, which are often pegged to fiat currencies like the US dollar. And this feature enhances financial stability and reduces the volatility typically associated with cryptocurrencies. And so far as the infrastructure is concerned, Scotty's infrastructure is optimized for scalability, privacy, and speed as well. Now here's the interesting bit, guys. It does not technically use blockchain technology. Rather, it uses something which Hedera uses, and even IOTA, and that is called as DAG, that is Directed Acyclic Graph, which is a type of distributed ledger technology. To achieve these objectives, and Directed Acyclic Graph, also called as DAG, facilitates parallel processing of transactions, and because of this, guys, the transactions are confirmed much faster, and they're also associated with lower transaction fees compared to traditional blockchain architecture. Now, so far as the security mechanism is concerned, guys, there are 3 things I'd like to talk about. That is the trust chain algorithm, hash table, and wallet security. Now, so far as trust chain algorithm is concerned, Scotty employs a proprietary trust chain algorithm to ensure the security and integrity of transactions, and this algorithm, guys, enhances consensus mechanism, making the network resilient to fraudulent activities. And so far as the hash table is concerned, Scotty's use of hash table for data storage enhances security and privacy, and by employing cryptographic hashing techniques, sensitive information remains protected from unauthorized access or tampering. And so far as wallet security is concerned, Scotty's wallet application incorporates advanced security features like two-factor authentication and seed validation, and these measures help prevent unauthorized access to user funds and ensure the integrity of transactions. So essentially, guys, in summary, Scotty offers a robust fintech platform that kind of uses distributed ledger technology to revolutionize payment processing, and through its innovative features including Koti Pay, stablecoin creation, and white label payment network, Koti aims to address the inefficiencies and limitations of traditional financial systems and also blockchain technologies, to be honest, but at the same time the promise to prioritize security and user experience. Now, to be honest guys, what is the future of it? I really am not sure. Because look, when you talk about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, it's really important to get users on board. So it's going to be really interesting to see how many users actually tend to use it on a daily basis. Now guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And since the last 24 hours guys, the price of Bitcoin has actually gone down. And right now it is at $51,650. And since the last 24 hours, to be honest, it has gone down by a little shy of 1%. At 0.88%, but since the last 7 days, it is still up by 2.95%. Ethereum guys, surprisingly, the price has gone up since the last 24 hours. It is at $2,923, and since the last 24 hours, depending on when you're looking at, on my system it is showing that it is still down by 0.43%, but since the last 7 days, it is up by 9.13%. Binance BNB coin guys is at $354, and since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.71%, and since the last 7 days, it is up by 7.32%. Now look guys, one news that you need to keep an eye on today is that of SEC versus Ripple. Today, the 20th of February, a deadline between the SEC and the Ripple case marks a crucial moment, and it is a significant legal dispute concerning Ripple. Now what happened guys, in July of 2023, Ripple or XRP achieved a significant victory in the lawsuit. And the founder of Ripple guys did actually mention via Twitter that Ripple is not a security, and because of that, the price of XRP pumped up to the moon as well, isn't it? But unfortunately guys, what happened is that the court ruled that the certain sale of XRP or Ripple to institutions should be registered with the United Securities and Exchange Commission as investment contracts. And guys, what happened is that the US Securities and Exchange Commission were actually requesting the judges to go ahead and request Ripple to go ahead and submit the contract forms, because listen, in that contract form, if that Ripple or XRP has shown some indication of profit to the institution clients, that would clearly make it a security, isn't it? And guys, on the 5th of February, Judge Nedburn granted the Security and Exchange motion to compel Ripple to provide certain documents, and Ripple did actually agree to disclose financial statements and respond to the Security and Exchange Commission inquiries by February 12th, but they could not go ahead and submit the documents, and they actually requested for an extension, and the extension date, guys, is today, that is the 20th of February, and they will be forced to produce contracts for sale of XRP to institutional buyers and even for hedge funds and for customers for a 3-year period before Ripple cited the challenge in collecting and producing these documents by the previous deadline. Now listen guys, it's really important to note that this dispute's resolution and the court's ruling on regulating measures could set a precedent for future cases involving digital assets beyond Ripple. Now at this point of time, I really am not sure what the outcome would be, but look guys, if the contractual document clearly states that, let's say, the institutional clients or the hedge funds will be benefited by buying these tokens, I'm pretty much sure it is a black and white case and Ripple will be deemed not a security, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see guys how this drama unfolds. And to be honest guys, this just might be the last rule the US Securities and Exchange Commission has regarding Ripple. And as I mentioned earlier guys, the outcome of this news will have severe consequences not just on Ripple but on other tokens as well. So let's see what the outcome to this is. Now guys, let's discuss some news regarding Trust Wallet, and they are launching a new protocol called as Swift, and Trust Wallet along with Biconomy have collaborated to launch Swift, which is a smart contract wallet. And this new smart contract guys aims to improve Web3 accessibility for 80 million users by simplifying setup, enhancing security with biometrics, passkeys, and offering one-click transactions, and it supports over 200 tokens and leverages Biconomy's Paymaster and bundle infrastructure for efficiency. Now if you want to read through the official article guys, the link by Trust Wallet is in the show notes below. Now guys, let's discuss some unfortunate news, and that is regarding Tornado Cash. Now roughly around 2 years ago guys, Tornado Cash, the mixer service, was actually sanctioned by US government. And guys, that created quite a lot of chaos, not just in the cryptocurrency world, but also in the cryptography world as well. And guys, there were quite a lot of debates going on if the US government does actually has the right to go ahead and sanction a protocol. And at that point of time guys, the developers were instantly arrested as well. And I do have a standalone episode with Anish Mohammed, who's one of the leading cryptographers, and we went ahead and discussed what that case is all about. So please feel free to go ahead and check it out. Now look guys, that case could have severe consequences, not just in the cryptocurrency world, but also in the world of privacy, definitely in the world of cryptography. Now what happened a few months ago, the founders did want to go ahead and put up a really strong defense team, and they did raise some funds using GoFundMe, and if I'm not mistaken guys, over $500,000 was actually raised by GoFundMe, but unfortunately it looks like the funds will be going back, and the co-founders, that is Alex Pertsev and Roman Storm and Roman Semno, were seeking support through fundraising within the crypto community to fund their legal defense. However guys, the crowdfunding campaign on GoFundMe aimed at supporting the co-founders' legal defense has been abruptly shut down. But it's really important to note guys that 100% of the donations received via the platform GoFundMe has been refunded to donors, and if you're someone who's donated it, you should have already received the funds now, or you would be receiving the funds in the next 3 to 7 days. But listen guys, if you still want to go ahead and support them, there is another website that you can go ahead and check it out, that I believe is juicebox.me, and the funds will be raised using Ethereum. Now look guys, what I strongly recommend you to do is look at the legalities of whichever state or country you are in, and accordingly make your call. No recommendation from my end, because listen guys, you don't want to be in a situation where you're trying to go against any government, isn't it? But that thing being said guys, if you actually go to GoFundMe, a lot of people have actually got and raised funds going against governments, and it's needless to say that if you go against Republicans, if you go against freedom of speech, if you go against Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, GoFundMe has the ability to go ahead and cancel your account. But at the same time, if you were to raise funds to go against, let's say, Republicans, your GoFundMe account seems to be fine, and the Tornado Cash has put out names with instances where GoFundMe has gone ahead and let them continue with the accounts. Definitely not right what GoFundMe is doing, isn't it? And this is exactly what Satoshi Nakamoto's intentions were guys, that transactions should actually take place peer-to-peer. Now guys, let's discuss some positive development in the world of Forbes, and looks like they are launching a permanent presence in the Sandbox metaverse, and Forbes guys is thrilled to announce its official establishment of permanent land within the Sandbox metaverse, and this strategic move not only marks Forbes' deeper dive into Web3 space, but also solidifies its belief in the transformative potential of the metaverse, and this virtual estate guys will serve as a dynamic community hub designed to foster interactions, engagement and collaboration among the Forbes Web3 community. Now so far as the presence in metaverse is concerned, I really am not sure guys why they wanted to do it on the Sandbox. Now imagine using Apple Vision Pro or Oculus headset, then it'll be a game changer, isn't it? But so far as this news is concerned, attention to detail and a focus on design were at the heart of the Forbes metaverse presence, and the crafted space includes a luxurious pool, an elegant bar, and a comprehensive gallery dedicated to celebrating the 2024 under 30 recipients, and each element of the design has been thoroughly curated to provide an engaging, visually environment that encourages exploration and interaction. So look guys, it's going to be really interesting to see how many people do actually visit it and remain in the metaverse for longer duration, and could it actually replace what we are currently experiencing? At this point of time it's too early to tell, and I personally need to go ahead and check it out guys. So those were the news guys on the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And the first news guys, to be honest, I personally am not liking, and I don't think that blockchain technology is needed in this case. But let me go ahead and share what this news is all about, and then I'll go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion on it. So the news essentially is that Clipit launches the world's first eco-friendly blockchain-based paperless receipt app in the UAE. And the reason why they want to do that guys is because they want to redefine commerce with efficient, eco-friendly transaction management, and 76% of GCC consumers prefer digital receipts according to their survey. Now that thing does actually make sense, but the biggest problem is, why would you want to use blockchain technology for it? It just does not make any sense. Now so far as this news is concerned, the launch is strategically timed to meet consumer demands for digital receipt solutions, and 95% of paper receipts are discarded within days, isn't it? And this move of transitioning into digital receipt definitely aligns with consumer preference for eco-friendly brands, and Clipit guys is designed to empower businesses for sustainable growth, and CEO Venkat Reddy emphasizes alignment with UAE's year of sustainability. Now so far as the app is concerned, what they're saying is that the app revolutionizes retail experiences with comprehensive features, and they provided with secure digital receipt management for streamlined storage and access. Now they also want to use blockchain technology for this, and the reason why they're saying that is They want to do it for robust data security. But look guys, I'm pretty much sure they just want to use blockchain technology in order to go ahead and promote the business. That's what I think, to be honest. Now, so far as this news is concerned guys, what it is actually stating is that this move is an essential tool for modern retail, combining convenience with cutting-edge technology, and addressing the pressing need for digital solution in retail and service sectors. And so far as this news is concerned, this strategic launch caters to 70% of Gulf consumers advocating for eco-friendly brands, and the Clipit app is crafted to enhance customer engagement and organizational efficiencies, and they are committed to sustainability and eco-friendly leadership, and they want to be positioned as a leader in innovative, sustainable transaction management solution. Now look guys, clearly they're using blockchain technology just to go out and get more recognition, isn't it? And guess what guys, it has surprisingly worked as well. Now so far as blockchain technology is concerned guys, you truly need to understand the limited use case of blockchain technology. You truly need to understand what the blockchain trilemma problem is. That is security, scalability and decentralization. And using receipts for blockchain technology just will not cut it guys. It's going to be extremely expensive. It's going to have a really bad user experience. And also, to be honest, if you talk about adoption, it's going to be really difficult because you need to remember guys, all of the customers and regular people will need to sign into the private key and then get access to that information. The user experience is definitely not going to be there. So ideally speaking guys, blockchain technology will not be an ideal fit. Now let me go ahead and share 6 points that I do think that blockchain technology will not be an ideal fit. And the first point is regarding complexity guys. Now listen, blockchain technology adds complexity to the system, potentially making it harder for users to understand and adopt, especially in sectors where simplicity is valued, like in this case of having digital receipts, isn't it? Now the second point guys is that of scalability. And look guys, blockchain's inherent limitation is scalability, and that would actually hinder Clipit's ability to handle a large volume of transactions efficiently, especially during peak periods. Imagine, let's say, if you were to reuse it at a grocery store, this would be absolutely cumbersome, isn't it? And the third point, guys, is regarding cost. Now listen, implementing blockchain technology can be expensive, with costs associated with development, maintenance, and energy consumption, potentially outweighing the benefits of a paperless receipt app. And that's one of the reasons, guys, I do think that a regular software will be a much ideal use case, and probably the data of that software can be put in an open blockchain where the data is actually sharded into different blockchain. But even then, I don't think so we need to go out and do that, especially not in this case. And guys, the fourth point is something which I briefly touched base upon, and that is the user experience. And blockchain transactions, guys, typically involve larger confirmation times, isn't it? Which may result in less seamless and user-friendly experience compared to a simpler software solution. And the fifth point, guys, is that of adoption barriers. Now look, blockchain technology may face resistance or hesitance from businesses and consumers unfamiliar with its complexities, potentially slowing down adoption rates for Clipit's paperless receipt app. And finally, guys, regulatory challenges. Now look, guys, the legal and regulatory landscape surrounding blockchain technology, especially in sectors like retail and finance, can be uncertain and subject to change, posing potential risks and challenges for Clipit's implementation. Those are my honest thoughts, guys. So look, guys, it's so critical to truly understand the blockchain trilemma problem, that is scalability, security, and decentralization. And to be honest, guys, blockchain technology does have very limited use case. Those are my honest thoughts. Now, guys, let's discuss second news, and that is to do with artificial intelligence. And the news is that Uzbekistan is partnering with UAE's Advanced Technology Research Council to accelerate Falcon AI adoption. So let me go ahead and share what this news is all about. Because a memorandum of understanding was signed at the World Government Summit that did actually take place a few weeks ago, and the Advanced Technology Research Center, also called as ATRC, aims to shape advanced research and development ecosystem in Abu Dhabi. And the agreement, guys, focuses on integrating artificial intelligence into Uzbekistan's technological infrastructure and government services. And Uzbekistan is planning to explore and drive adoption of Falcon LLMs, that is large learning models, and Falcon-powered solutions, and support of Falcon within Uzbekistan digital ecosystem. And guys, in the Memorandum of Understanding, there's massive support for Falcon within Uzbekistan digital ecosystem across diverse use cases, and they are encouraging organizations to join Falcon Foundation and contribute to open source Falcon model. And this partnership, guys, marks significant stride in exporting Falcon's capability at a state level beyond the Middle East. And the agreement, guys, lays groundwork for global collaborative initiatives in technological innovation. And His Excellency Shahab Issa Abu Sahab, Director General of ATRC, has expressed optimism about the alliance. And the collaboration, guys, aims to support wider adoption of Falcon's pioneering solutions in Uzbekistan. And His Excellency Sharoz Sarmatov, Ministry of Digital Technologies of Uzbekistan, emphasizes joint effort to integrate Falcon AI models into infrastructure and government services. And Falcon LLM, that is Large Learning Model, is a world-leading open-source AI model developed by ATRC's Technology Innovative Institute, and A171, launched by ATRC and Venture One, delivers specialized AI models for clients with decentralized data ownership option, and T11 and A171 serves as the vital channels for development of Falcon series of LLMs, and this partnership, guys, is poised to fast-track innovation and overcome digital barriers in Uzbekistan. And look, guys, UAE's Advanced Technology Research Council is definitely demonstrating dedication to forging global partnership in the AI realm, isn't it? So definitely positive news, I guess. And as I mentioned, guys, at the beginning of the episode, since 2023, I'm seeing so many news regarding artificial intelligence, and the UAE government as such has definitely been very proactive in artificial intelligence. So definitely positive news, I guess. So that's about all, guys, on the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and artificial intelligence world. From Crypto and Coffee at 8 from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes, there's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB, listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Angel who asks, how do you think the market plays out in the next coming months? To be honest, Angel, at this point of time, it's really hard to tell. The only thing that I do feel could potentially impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and even the adoption, is geopolitical chaos, because right now the world is in an absolute chaos at the moment. If we look at what is going on in Pakistan, the election results were supposed to be out last week, but till now we don't know what the election result is. And I've said this recently in my Crypto and Coffee Date podcast. Towards the end of this year, there is massive elections taking place in US, and that, to be honest, will significantly impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But listen, the biggest impact so far as the price of Bitcoin is concerned is the news regarding the halving, isn't it? And that, to be honest, will drastically drop the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But other than that, on the 23rd of May, we will get concrete information regarding Ethereum spot ETF as well. So these are 2 days that you need to keep an eye on. And then the US election, and in India there is election taking place in April as well. But that news, to be honest, will not be significantly impacting, let's say, the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But right now there is massive chaos going on in Pakistan, and looks like it is definitely turning out to be massive chaos. Could that have an impact on cryptocurrencies? Not necessarily directly, but potentially with the military being involved. I wouldn't be surprised if financial institutions may want to consider probably getting into Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. Those are my honest thoughts. Apart from that, even in UK right now, there was a report which was published that UK is officially in recession. Now I definitely need to go out and do more research on that. And these factors at a macro level will directly or indirectly will definitely impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Now look, Angel, I tend to listen to Valuetainment podcast quite a lot, and he was actually stating that this year might actually be one of the most crucial years in probably the history of humanity. Are we heading towards World War III? Will there be a nuclear war? Because right now there is chaos still going on between Russia and Ukraine. And there was a really crucial interview which was done by Tucker Carlson with President Vladimir Putin, where he actually stated that it is not the US government or the politicians who have a direct say on what is going on in US. Rather, he was hinting towards the CIA, and it's going to be really interesting to see if he gets some more information. And look, President Trump could actually go ahead and fix all these things, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. So to answer your question, macro level factors, maybe a new pandemic could definitely impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, definitely in a negative way. But the data, as I mentioned, Angel, is the first one, that is the Bitcoin halving. Then the 23rd of May is when we find out regarding the approval spot ETF, and hopefully we do not find out any major collapse of, let's say, Tether USDT or absolutely a major cryptocurrency or any blockchain protocol, because that, to be honest, will unfortunately have a negative impact on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Those are my honest thoughts. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about Metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And how this series of episodes under Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.